How are we doing, YouTube? It's your friendly gamer, SmartEntity here. So this is going to be a first look at the new tactical alert. Now this first one is in Jupiter, and the reward is a credit booster. Now the main thing that sets these alerts apart from everything else, all the alerts that we've previously seen, is this Conclave restriction. Now I can see what the developers are trying to do, basically to add a challenge to the, I guess, more advanced players. But the problem that I've actually noticed, this is my third run, I guess. The problem I noticed with the theory behind this is, for the more advanced players, you can actually quite easily abuse this Conclave rating, because you can select, the best mods or the most effective mods to put on there, and the end result is, yes, you're not as strong as what you are, but you are still so much stronger than, say, a beginning player who may not have all of the mods in the game. Even if they do have the same Conclave rating. So I guess at the end of the day, the Conclave rating is not the best measure of a Tenno's loadout. So two Tennos with the same Conclave, one can quite easily defeat another. Now, from what I've actually noticed, to run this, if you're running solo, Rhino is probably the best way to go, because there is a decent risk of death. With Rhino, I've done this, a couple of times with Rhino. There's no risk of death with my build. And as you can see, I've only got one weapon equipped, so no primary, no melee, just my Murloc. I will show you guys the build later on. Now, another, very common frame that I'm sure everyone's thinking about is Mag or Mag Prime. I've actually tried using Mag. Now, Mag is great as far as damage dealing. It does kill things very fast with Shield Polarized, no surprise there. But the problem with Mag is, if you are running Mag solo, it's not easy to survive this mission by yourself, basically. I mean, yeah, sure, you can do it if you use your revives, but it's not easy to not use a single revive and survive this solo as Mag or Mag Prime, just because these enemies do dish out a decent level of damage. Yeah, so there's pretty much that, basically. Now, however, having said that, if you are in a squad or in a team, I would definitely recommend Mag Prime as at least one of your frames, just because Shield Polarized does deal, enormous damage in Corpus, and it does finish this Exterminate type mission a bit faster. Overall, I have to say, the event is good as far as this new enemy type goes. So the Pyro, Hyena, it's definitely nice having quite a few of them in a single mission. It definitely does increase the excitement of the match a little bit, but I have to say I'm quite disappointed that this is another Exterminate type mission or event, and it's another sort of continuously repetitive type, right? I mean, if I do this, once, twice, 5 times, that's okay, but you do need to collect 100 points. Now, the first run I got 11 points. So based on that theory, I guess I'm looking at 9 to 10 games of this. And since I am using Rhino without too many sort of AoE type damages, I can definitely see this taking a while to complete. But having said that, it's Warframe, it is a farming game, it's fun, that's why we play it, so it's all good. Now, as far as for the reward, it is just a credit booster. You got a limit on that, obviously, so you may want to, finish your sort of final point at 100 just before you have some time off, I guess. And honestly, I definitely prefer this credit booster a lot more than the experience booster, because as far as the experience booster goes, I don't really need it. But as far as credit booster goes, I actually do have a need for it, just because especially recently with all the trading changes, as far as prices that the community is dishing out, I found myself very short of credit to trade for plat tax. So this credit booster is definitely welcome. So one more enemy to go. Once I jump out, I am going to show you guys the loadout that I've done, which I found to be extremely effective, and I will just explain the reasoning behind that shortly as well.
Another job well executed.
So yeah, this time I got 9 points. The first mission I did, I got 11 points. So you're looking, I guess, about on average 10 plus minus 2. So you look, yeah, looking about 92 missions basically. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna quickly jump into the build right now. So basically, you know, it's Conclave, so unequip your Sentinel and equip your Sentinel weapons. They're going to help you. I pretty much just recommend one weapon. I do not recommend just having one melee weapon, because as you saw, the hyenas do have a bit of sort of aerobatic skills, so a melee may give you a bit of difficulty. But basically, sort of the Rhino build, so it's an absolute minimum guaranteed survivability build. So Iron Skin, obviously, you're maxed energy efficiency for that Iron Skin, and of course Rage, Vitality, Quick Thinking, your survival combo. So all in all, you know, it won't give you any AoE damage, but it'll guarantee survival 100%, you know, as long as you don't, I guess, stand there doing nothing. As for the Murloc, so basically Barrier Diffusion, Hornet Strike, Lethal Torrent, Ice Storm, Convulsion, Pathogen Rank, so you are magnetic plus poison. It's actually quite sad to see that with a maxed Pestilence, the Conclave is 7 or 1, but with a base, it's below 700, so I can't use a max one. But as you saw, this is more than enough to deal with those level 10 to 20 enemies, including the hyena sub-bosses. Now, I've tried it with Mag personally. Again, you know, in a team, Shield Polarize, go for it. But if you're by yourself, personally, I like Rhino Prime a lot better because, again, it guarantees that survival. Now, reading on the, I guess, update note or the forum notes, it does seem that once you do reach 100, there's a, I guess, next step to the event, in that you get a sort of emblem part or whatever you call it. So I would imagine, you know, doing that, there will be another sort of more tighter Conclave restriction. At this stage, I do have work, to be honest, so I don't really want to, you know, cash my credit booster just yet. But in the next couple of days, when I do cash that credit booster and obviously new Conclave rating goals, I'll upload you guys. I'll upload you guys a new build for a lower Conclave rating if it exists. Alright guys, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Cheers.